welcome to Spec P71 Racing Series Round 3 at Big Willow, located in Rosamond, California. Luckily, this time around, we are in a daytime situation at the moment anyway. I am your host, Brett Madsen, and I am here with my co-host, Susie. How are you doing today, Susie?
Not bad. My belly's full of crab rangoon, so I'm very happy.
Crab Rangoon.
Happy.
I just came from San Diego, had some fish and chips, super full on that, some truffle fries, and yeah, I am fully ready to do some streaming here with you.
Sounds so good.
I had some, I don't know if you've ever had it, Belching Beaver. They have a peanut butter milk stout, super good.
It sounds interesting. No, I haven't had the pleasure.
Oh, it's fantastic. If you ever find it in a supermarket, which I think they're nationwide at this point, you should be able to try some out.
I'll have to look for that.
Definitely, it's super good. And they also have a horchata milk stout, which is even better.
Fascinating.
I see we already have a chatter, one of our drivers, Sam Doherty, who says, "Thank you. I'm glad to be here." Well, we're glad that you're here as well, Sam.
We really are.
Chom thanks you this evening for your participation in the racing series.
Oh, Chom. I'll hail him. I'll hail her.
She is the queen of the racing series, that is for sure. She whatever she says goes.
Absolutely. Still waiting on decals, but it's okay.
Definitely working on that. I need to get with
Okay, good.
I need to get with Tetra, one of our Spec 71 drivers who actually creates anime style decals and everything, and see if she can cut me some.
We need some for Mighty Chum.
And we're just waiting for qualifying to start now. We got about 30 seconds left on the timer here. That's why you're seeing cars just parked in the pit lane. And now we're seeing nothing because we crashed once again. That is interesting. Give us one moment here while we work through our technical difficulties. And hopefully that does not happen again. For whatever reason, this evening, Discord is not collaborating very nicely with our Spec P71 stream. And it appears that Chom has found a squirrel and is chasing it around the house. Outside the house, of course, but just looking out the windows. All right, qualifying has started now. So let's get on that. Get you guys back going here. I apologize once again for the inconvenience. Get this all set back up for you guys so you guys can watch all the drivers go around the track. And I apparently have no audio. No, there we go. Okay. Well, we have that set up. And then, let's see here. Oh, we're having all kinds of technical difficulties here. Okay. You could see the stream now, correct, Susie? Uh-oh. Yep, more technical difficulties? Oh, now I can hear you.
Oh, now you can hear me. Oh my goodness.
It is just chaos this evening. I don't understand why my PC is fighting me the way that it is. It's probably because I came in here at the very last second to try to set everything up as we see Sauce go off in the dreaded turn 9.
Oh, no!
As he sets himself up for his qualifying runs here. This track is so temperamental with that final corner. If you get it just wrong, you are off in the dirt. As we see more drivers go flying through that last sector there. Someone to watch out for this evening is Gilbert Cortez. He's been putting in a lot of time here in the virtual sim. Also has driven this track, obviously, with this car in the real series with Spec P71 Racing Series. So he has a little bit of experience here. Also, a lot of experience going off in turn 9. Has had a few issues there, in real life, that is. Thankfully, in the virtual series, you don't have to clean all the dirt out of your car, because that is not fun.
Sounds miserable.
I just saw Sam's message in our YouTube chat where it says, "I was kidding. I'm literally being held hostage to races. Send help." We will not do such a thing. You are required to race this, Sam. I don't know what else to tell you. Also, welcome aboard to all our Spokane crazy cats. On a side note, one of our drivers, actually, Uni Chai, was recently out in Washington, just about an hour away from Spokane for a business trip. She was sending our group chat all kinds of pictures and videos of how wild the weather it was out there last week. Lots of snow, lots of ice. She had a harrowing experience on the freeway where she was completely sideways in her Audi Q7, I believe she had as a rental car.
Oh?
Yeah, Hope is right.
Oh, that sounds so terrible.
Yeah, she came down with me to our best friend's birthday party down in San Diego today, and we got onto the conversation, the entire group, about what our most harrowing experiences behind the wheel was, and she brought up, yeah, this last week I was completely sideways in my rental car in Washington. So.
Good Lord.
As we see Ian Anderson cross the line here with a 140.367. Fantastic lap time here for qualifying. Typically, the drivers in the practice session have been running around low 140s. Probably could peak into the 139s if they get that absolutely perfect lap, but haven't been able to see it quite yet. Looks like Cindy is saying freezing rain today. That does not sound enjoyable at all. I don't envy you in the slightest bit in that regard, but Southern California, we're getting rain, lots of rain, which is very uncommon here.
Oh, are you getting some rain? I'm so sorry to hear that.
I know, right? Like, how dare we get rain?
Oh man, I'll just stick over here with my 2.5 feet of snow and how it's been negative 36 degrees for the past week here. That's okay.
Yeah,
I'm sorry about your rain.
Yeah,
sorry.
It's so rough.
Just
it's 60 degrees out with
oh no,
on and off showers.
Rain jacket on? Oh,
yeah, it's just like
rain boots. Okay, but I would pay for Chum to be wearing rain boots.
Oh yeah, I feel like a lot of people would.
I would pay premium Patreon for that. Absolutely.
Well,
I'm wearing little boots.
So on a side note, off-topic note, I know I don't want to do too many like advertisements for things, but after our discussion in our YouTube chat last week about the Chom stickers, we now have Chom's Instagram account is back up and running. I've been posting daily on that. You guys seem to love it and seem to truly enjoy it. It's life from Chom's perspective, basically, and her Instagram account is just at Chommyske the cat.
Oh, I'm gonna follow that immediately. Thank you.
No problem. And it looks like new leader at the top of the boards here, Jace Merrick with a 140.239. Chopping off those times really quickly. We ride along here. As you can see, this track is a very old school style track. I believe it was built in 1955 and has not had any upgrades since, really. Very, very fun, very, very fast flowing track. A lot of right hand fast corners, so you're going to be burning up those left side tires, specifically the left front, especially through this corner. I like to call this turn the tire grinder, because all you're doing is just chopping away at that left front.
Good Lord. Reminds me of the carousel at Road America. Good lord.
Definitely. Very, very similar
Yeah.
design. And then as we head up towards the Omega here at the very top to Budweiser balcony, but the building does not say Budweiser because of legal reasons. Besides that, Budweiser isn't exactly the most optimal beer to drink, so I'm okay with it.
Yeah, that's fine.
So we head out of the Omega down to last path, or repass pass, excuse me, into the fastest sector of the course. Around this corner in a real Spec P71 car, we are hitting about 115 to 120 miles per hour flat out. Cars just bouncing all the way through it, trying to get as tight as we can to that right hand side, all the way back out to the left before the dreaded turn 9, which is a very, very late apex corner. As you can see, Jace turning in a bit early there, not knowing exactly where to turn in. There is a grain silo off in the distance of that track as you go through it that usually people use as their turning point. So I'm not sure if Jace knows about that as of yet, but either way, he is currently sitting in third now. Jake Snedden, basically right after Jace passed the line, Jake Snedden took over first, and then now Ian Anderson right back on top with a 0.02 of a second lead over Jake Snedden. Thankfully, I told all the drivers this. Thankfully speaking, I noticed that the real weather option was switched on for this event, or all of the events. And considering that we have rain here in California, probably would not have been the best event. Especially this track in the rain is very, very sketchy, considering how smooth the surface is. So I turned that off. So for everyone here, we're definitely going to be enjoying a much faster, much cleaner race because there's not rain and not hydroplaning around every corner. I can only imagine how bad it would be if we had a race with real weather ticked on for Wisconsin or Washington right now.
Oof. Put on your ice tires, let's go.
Everyone would just be doing complete 360s all the way around the track, I feel like. As it looks like qualifying has come to an end here as drivers are making their way across the line for the very last time. Currently, Ian Anderson holding on to that first place, but Jake Snedden could be on a flyer here. We'll see if he's able to pull something off as he crosses the line. Heading into the final sector here, turn 8, turn 9. See if he's got a little something for Ian Anderson. Trying to maneuver that Big Newton car around the track without being able to see the apex around any right-hand corner. We appreciate the dedication to Fig Newtons and running that sticker as we see Jake Snedden pull off a 139.781. Brings him into first place position. And we knew it was possible, and it's great to see him be able to pull that off. Nicely done, Jake. As we see other drivers now cross the line. Looks like, so we'll run through the results here. Looks like that was the final lap for most of our drivers here. So we have Jake Snedden in first place, Ian Anderson second, Sauce in third, Jace Merrick fourth, Matt Korchik fifth, Will Pierre sixth, Phil Rotschafer seventh, Stephen Moore eighth, Sam Doherty in ninth, Brian Souders 10th, Tyler Heron 11th, Francis Chan 12th, Tedward 13th, Brad Dewar 14th, Nemiko Tagalag in 15th, Lilac Zier, 16th. Dan Gauger, 17th. Kerry Anderson, 18th. Sean Merrick, 19th. Gilbert Cortez in 20th. Uni Chai in 21st. And Elijah Matai in 22nd. A little bit of a thinner crowd this time around for round 3. I received a couple messages from different people that were saying that they're going to be missing this event. As you may know or may not know, we have one event drop per race series, so you could take 4 out of 5 events for this racing series. So every driver can miss one in case they have something going on, just in case, because it makes it kind of a little bit of a pain if you have to be there for every single one. But we give people the option to drop one out, just like in real life. With all of our drivers finishing up here, who do you have as our driver to watch today, Susie?
Sauce. I'm thinking Sauce is the driver.
You're thinking Sauce?
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking it's Matt Korchik today. Only because he was the fastest in our testing sessions. He ran a 140 flat, so I think he has it. Yeah. Exactly. I think if he keeps it clean, if he keeps himself out of trouble today, that he's going to be able to win the race. But we'll just have to see. This first lap is going to be a doozy, I have a feeling. As they head up to the Omega section of the course, it's probably going to be a bit chaotic. I know last year at our first event at Big Willow, under the braking zone going into the Omega as they head up the hill, they ended up getting into a bit of an incident, like the whole field. So we'll see what happens. And it looks like one of our drivers once again is in our YouTube chat. Probably has YouTube going on his dash just so he can comment on this stuff. Sam says he's thinking Tedward just because I think Canadians are nice. You know, that's a fair assessment.
That's absolutely a fair assessment.
Ooh, this first swig of whiskey this evening is extra strong.
You deserve it. Good for you, man. You deserve it.
Well, now that I'm finally back home and not having to drive 2 hours from San Diego, yeah, I'm definitely going to enjoy the crap out of this whiskey.
Yeah, I can't imagine the traffic, too.
Surprisingly not bad because of the rain, thankfully. A lot of drivers weren't on the road, and the drivers that were on the road were about to go off the road, so it worked out pretty well.
Oof.
Oh no, are we seeing rain or no, we're not seeing nighttime again. Let me go ahead and rejoin this event. I think this is an error on the server side. So if any drivers are listening to our chat right now, just rejoin the server. It should become daylight once again. It's, for whatever reason, it is kicking to nighttime. And it should not be. We'll see anyway. It's daytime. So it is 100% an issue with the server. So just, if you are listening, drivers, just go ahead and leave the server and come back if you don't want it to be nighttime. And Susie, you can still see the stream, correct?
Yes, I can.
All right, perfect.
Nice.
Oh, I need to turn the force feedback off on my wheel because it is violently going every which way. We're doing great today. We're not testing different things at all. Well, on the fly. It's fine. Everything's fine.
We're thriving.
Exactly.
We're thriving today. Oh yeah, what kind of whiskey are you drinking?
I'm drinking some Bullet. So very smooth alcohol typically, but I think because my palate was cleansed from dinner or lunch, I guess you would say, that it is feeling extra strong. It's a little extra spicy.
Treat yourself. I'll stick with Spotted Cow. I know, so cliche from a Wisconsinite.
Hopefully these drivers get back in time. A lot of them disconnected, but
oh my,
if they're not back in time, we may see a restart for this event. Yeah, so we have a lot of drivers disconnected, so we're gonna go ahead and probably restart this. So give us 1 second here. I need to remember the server password, and that's very interesting because I have that pulled up here. So give me 1 moment while I take down the screen so you do not see the server password. All right.
We are thriving. We
Yeah.
are thriving today.
Give us one moment here. We apologize for the inconvenience. Where is my screen at? That is going well. All right. Really enjoying this whole production right now. All right, let's see. Give us one moment. All right, and that is. They continuously decide to update the terminology that you need to actually restart a server, which is fantastic. I say that very jokingly, of course.
Take another swig. You got this. More swigs.
Okay, that should work. All right, there we go. We did it. I
Yay!
think.
Oh.
I hope. All right. Once again, we are back. Hopefully everybody is still in daytime. If not, I apologize. Looks like we lost Gilbert Cortez. Hopefully he hops back in. There we go. We see Gilbert hop back in now. And we have a countdown of 1 minute before we start. While we wait, so Susie, have you done any dog shows as of late? I don't think we've talked about that as of yet on stream.
No, the next one's coming up in February. It's a huge cluster, so hopefully Spectre does the good things and he looks pretty, and that's what he's got to do at this next dog show. So just look pretty in the ring and be pretty.
I have a
So
feeling.
very
I have a feeling he'll have no problem with that. For those that don't know, Susie is a very well-renowned dog trainer, as well as what would you call that for dog shows, like a dog handler, correct?
yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
I'm a dog handler. I'm a crazy enthusiastic dog person. Yeah.
With
Uh,
Siberian Huskies that she trains,
yes.
which is absolutely amazing.
Yes.
All right, as we see the lights go red here, the drivers are about to start, and they're off. All 22 cars heading towards turn 1 here. A little bit of a interesting
Oh my.
start further back as we see some drivers going off. And we cut to the pit car, but it's fine. We move it right back to the action up front here with Jake Snedden and Ian Anderson. All 22 cars heading towards turn 2 here, the long tire grinder sweeper here. Jake not being able to see any of the apex as he makes his way around. Looks like we're, for the most part, pretty clean so far. Oh, as we see further back, looks like Dan Gauger got taken out, unfortunately. And Unichai involved. But she continues onward, presses on. So we work our way back towards the front here. Nice little battle between Matt Korchik and Will Pierre. One of our drivers to watch today, Matt Korchik. We see Will Pierre go off in turn 9. We knew it was going to happen, but unfortunately, it happened super early.
Oh no.
You see everyone trying to work their way around. Uni Chai moving up a couple positions here.
Yes.
Got to meet her 2 beautiful kitties on the back of her rear bumper today. Dee Dee and... oh, I can't remember the other... oh, I feel bad. I cannot remember the other cat's name. But I didn't really get to see the other cat too much. I did get to pet Dee Dee. The other cat was a little shy, so she stayed upstairs and didn't really want to be around because there's... Uni is training her boyfriend's dog currently. So she had her boyfriend's dog there, so they're trying to get acclimated, and yeah, it was a whole thing. But I did thoroughly enjoy hanging out with Dee Dee.
Oh, cute. Is that the Siamese kitty?
So the Siamese is the other cat. The lighter colored cat is
Gotcha.
Dee Dee, who is 7 years old and a very adorable kitty.
Oh.
I don't know why I cannot remember the other kitty's name. That's going to bother me sometime, and I'm sure Uni is going to give me crap for it. So we move our way back towards the other driver to watch today, Sauce and Jace Merrick battle. Oh, as we see Sauce go off in turn 8 here. Turn 9, excuse me. Trying to work his way back on track safely. So we see all the other drivers heading by, and Fran barely gets by on the outside in the dirt.
Ow.
That was an impressive move.
Oh man.
Unfortunate for Sauce, though. It happens to the best of us, though. We have had, in real life, so many offs going into turn 9 just because it is a very deceptive corner. You don't really know where to turn in. Moving back up towards the other battle we have going on here between Phil Rothschafer and Stephen Moore. See if... oh, a little bump and a bang in there. So we see them head up to the Omega now, to Budweiser balcony. Or the blank balcony at the moment. Very good battle going on here. Real good, decent bumps. Tyler Herring getting involved as well, giving Stephen Moore a little bit of a bump, let him know he's there. Now we see Sam Doherty involved in the mess as well. Hopefully this ends well as they head into turn 8, turn 9. Someone's got to give eventually. Turn 9 is not going to lend itself to 2 drivers around that corner. It's way too tight for that. So let's see if they decide to play nice as they go 3 wide into the corner. Everyone makes it through cleanly. That was an impressive drive as we see Jake Snedden up front here with a 139.783, laying down a hot lap in his race here. So he's put a little bit of a gap on Ian Anderson with a 1.6 second lead currently. This battle is just too good to move away from, though. We have 4 drivers currently involved. Sam Doherty getting by all of them with ease, mainly because he's got all of his lights on, I assume, just because turning your lights on just makes you faster. See, Phil Rothschafer kind of falling down through the ranks here, though. Getting involved in these battles, and typically qualifies incredibly well, and then just runs into a little bit of bad luck during the races, but currently it just looks like he's just maybe conserving tires, or just maybe being a little bit outrun at the moment.
It's an interesting strategy. That's for sure.
We're about halfway through the race now with 8.5 minutes left. So maybe he'll turn up the wick here and try to work his way back around. And it looks like further back we have Carrie Anderson and Uni Chai going at it. Two of our lady drivers. Uni giving up the inside for Carrie. See if they could make their way through turn 9 here. Uni cutting the door a little bit. Oh, and Uni goes off. Uni goes off. That's what I was worried about in the other battle that was going on. Is this you push a little bit too hard through turn 8, turn 9, you're gonna unfortunately end up off track. But Uni did a great job keeping a hold of that car, keeping her wits about her, and right back on track, ready to go.
You really did.
And it looks like another 3-car battle going on here. Fran with his hazards on, watching out for those hazards. Making sure people are aware of any kind of issues that are on the track. Which we are having considerably less issues so far. I don't want to give it the announcer's curse, but so far, race 1 has been a little bit better. And we hear someone honking their horn. Probably Fran, just because he does have that map to his push the talk button. Oh yes, he's definitely talking. We look at the car that just gives me a headache as I look at it. Head on. Apply directly to the forehead. Head on. All 3 get through turn 9 perfectly fine. Further back up, we take a look at this bit of a battle going on here between Stephen Moore and Sam Doherty. As of right now, looking at our best lap times of each driver, I don't see anyone that it could possibly come anywhere near close. Jake Snedden, who is he's checked out. He's on his own planet at this point. He is just driving his own race. 2.5 seconds ahead of Ian Anderson, just really pulling one out. Big Willow was his track last year as well, if I remember correctly. Like a very, very, very good track. If you know the line, and I feel like Jake knows the line very well.
You said he raced this one in real life?
No. So that was Gilbert Cortez.
Gotcha.
Who's also doing pretty well, considering he has very limited experience on the racing simulator. Doing a great job back there in 19th place with 327s and an open diff. So he's not running the optimal setup for the car, but. Talking to him earlier today, as well as this previously, he has made it very well clear that he is a masochist. So that is explains why he's not running the optimal setup. So we see Carrie closing the gap a little bit on him. Looks like we got another battle going on back here. 3-car battle once again. Looks like Sam dropped back a little bit. I'm not sure what happened between him and Stephen Moore. This is a great battle, though. They're just all trading places at this point, working their way through the field, working their way back around. Got 4 minutes left in this race. Let's see what they could do with it. See those brake rotors getting glowing red as they come into the Omega. Really putting those 13-inch rotors, I think. 13-inch rotors to work as they head up the hill on that 4,200-pound car.
But the intrusive thought is to probably touch the hot rotor, right? Because that's always my intrusive thought when I'm at the track. It's to I want to touch the forbidden pie.
So
That's all I want to do.
I can tell you with firsthand experience, touching the forbidden pie is not an enjoyable experience. Um, but
It's so red.
after a session at AutoQuote Speedway out here with my old 2016 Mustang that I had, I was making some sway bar changes. My hand slipped and it landed right on the glowingly red hot brake rotor and caliper. So I got a nice little burn mark
Oh
on
my
my
lord.
wrist.
Lordy, lordy.
Thankfully, it was not permanent. As we see, Stephen Moore get completely sideways there
Oh
and
no.
lose it through 9. So unfortunately, he drops from 5th place all the way down to 17th.
Mm.
But yeah, thankfully, the burn that I had gotten from the brake rotor, brake caliper did not remain on my skin. I got a tattoo right over the location that I had that, so there's that. And it's a tattoo of Chom, of course.
Is it really?
Yes, it is.
No.
You haven't seen my
Oh,
Chom tattoo?
no, I have not, and you need to send it right now
I feel.
for science. I Oh, what?
I feel like I've shown you my Chom tattoo before.
I do not remember the Chom tattoo.
All right. Do you know of my fairy tale tattoo?
That I do know.
Okay,
That's pretty
okay.
badass.
Yeah, I got shit for the fairy tale tattoo today at lunch because she's just like like one of my friends was just like, normally people get their entire arm done before they do their hand, but you did your hand first. I'm like, well, yeah. Like people said it was the most painful to do the hand. I'm like, I want to see what the most painful is.
Jesus. Cool. 2 masochists in here. Fantastic.
Exactly.
Oh, you did show me Chom. Oh my god, stop. Look at his little hat. Oh. Yeah, it's pretty cute.
Ironically, that hurt more than my hand did.
I could see that.
Well, so there's a story behind that one. I guess the tattoo artist that I had do my wrist really didn't like me. She was a friend of a friend, and I guess for
Oh.
whatever reason, she just did not like me. So she was a little extra heavy-handed on me, which
Oh my. Oh.
which it is what it is. I'm not complaining about it because like her being a little extra heavy-handed has made the color stay in much better. So I'm okay with it.
Wow. It's terrifying.
Yeah, I had no idea that this was the case until after the fact. I'm like, oh, okay, well that explains a lot. That's fine.
Terrible. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I've literally fell asleep when I've gotten tattoos before. Even my inner arm, when I got Deku Princess from Zelda, yeah, I fell asleep.
Nice.
Yeah, fell asleep.
I can't necessarily fall asleep, but I'm definitely relaxed. Like even though it was a little bit painful on the wrist because she was pushing extra hard, I was just like, it is what it is. Like it's fine. Like I've been in worse pain before.
Just count the ceiling tiles. It'll be good.
Exactly. And now we see the Jake Snedden, the leader, cross the finish line, takes first place, ends up giving a bit of a slide at the end there with Ian Anderson right behind in second place, Jace Merrick in third. Matt Korchik, the driver that I had to watch, ends up in fourth place. Very nice drive by him, staying out of trouble and just finishing up that race. So you see him teleport back to the pits. See some chaos going on back there.
I got.
Not sure what's going on back there. And we see Phil Rochefort cross over the line in 5th. Tyler Herron 6th. Will Pierre 7th. Sauce in 8th. Nice recovery by Sauce, by the way. Your driver. Nemeko Tagalag in 9th. Sam Doherty 10th. Tedward 11th. Francis Chan 12th. Lilac Zier 13th. Brian Souders 14th. Sean Merrick 15th. Brad Dewar 16th. Stephen Moore 17th. Dan Gauger 18th. Kerry Anderson 19th. Gilbert Cortez crossing the line in 20th. And Elijah Matai in 21st, and Uni Chai with a 22nd place finish. Uni, unfortunately, running into some problems, some issues, and some collisions in her race. But I respect her for finishing up the race here. We had a bit of a discussion on the way down to dinner this evening for our friend Doug, as we see Uni go off track a little bit there. Just about like the line to take through, basically through the entire course, and just her previous races. She definitely had some hardships. I know she's learning. She's learning the virtual series. She's just a normal driver. Like she races a Spec P71 with us. Races her little pink Miata as well. Fantastic driver, just really trying to get the feel on a simulator that is not even her own. She's using her boyfriend Frank, who
Oh.
is 6'5", so she's looking
Oh.
through the wheel as she's driving. So like she has the least optimal setup that I could possibly imagine for someone of her height because she's very tiny.
Oh.
So I respect every ounce of effort that she's put into her driving this evening, and in the past
Absolutely.
2 weeks as well.
Good for her.
But yeah, so it looks like that's the end of race one. So now we're gonna be heading on to race two here, reverse grid. So that puts all the faster drivers back towards the rear of the field here, which is going to be very interesting because typically speaking, we've had some incidents on the reverse grid because people get a little bit impatient. Let's see if the drivers are able to find their inner zen on this first lap and try to not hit each other. Do you have a driver to watch for race two, you think?
Hmm. It's probably gonna be the first one. It's Jake, right?
Definitely Jake. Yeah, so I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
he's gonna end up definitely maneuvering all the way up through the field. I think either that or he's
Hmm.
gonna. After the last race, he got a little aggressive with his driving. I know the Crazy Cat drivers also ran the 24-hour of Daytona today, so they
Oh,
are running
geez.
on zero sleep right now. So we should be seeing some very interesting maneuvers, probably running on autopilot at this point. So let's see if Jake's able to maneuver his way back up towards the front. Ian Anderson as well as Kerry Anderson, all drove the Daytona 24-hour in iRacing. Very impressive that they're also competing in this. So they are definitely probably running on empty at this point. I'm still gonna go with my choice here with Matt Korchik. Hopefully he can stay out of some trouble. Not sure he's gonna be able to really maneuver his way back up towards the front. He's not much of a passer, but he is an opportunist. That is for sure. So if he is able to stay out of any incidents, he will likely see his way towards the front. And then we see the driver, Sam Doherty, really enjoys being in chat with us. Says he yeeted himself in turn 9 after holding down fourth. It was a big brain move on his end. Definitely a big brain move. So we move our car off the track so we don't end up becoming an issue for everyone. A roadblock would not be optimal. You see drivers running their wipers over here.
Here we go. Here we go.
Everyone revving their engines, getting ready for this race. See in YouTube chat, looks like Layla says, "Oh no, sleep. Oh, no sleep plus racing equal interesting decisions." Very much so. Probably, like I said, on autopilot for most of these drivers. I did the Daytona 24, which I don't know if I would be able to hop right into this after driving LMP cars and GT3 cars, going to going to these basically sofas with wheels on them.
Oh no.
I guess it looks like Tedward's got some bugs on his windshield, running those windshield wipers, making sure he's nice and clean and ready for the race. As we see the lights go out here, 10 seconds to go. Lights are going to go red as we see Lilac. Oh, that just was an issue. But we're good to go. I don't know why Lilac was moving. All right, and they're off into turn one, getting a little sideways off the line there. Driver's driving just underneath our camera setup here. And why is the camera not changing? That is why. All right. Looks like Brian Souders is, moves himself into first place position here. With that disgustingly horrible livery of head on. Applied directly to the forehead. Head on.
It's going to be stuck in my head all night. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Oh, as we see Sean Merrick get into Brian Souders. Hopefully he waits. Otherwise, that is going to be a significant penalty for Sean Merrick. As we see Sam Doherty also get taken out. Bouncing off the wall and resets back to pits, it seems. Looks like we also lost Unichai. Unichai has disconnected, unfortunately. Oh, we see some bumping and grinding going between Sauce and Will Pierre here. Looks like one of our YouTube chatters says, I love you, Brett. I love you as well, Andrew. Hope you are doing well. Watch the drivers heading into turn 8, turn 9 here. Looks like they're, for the most part, playing it nice and steady here, nice and clean. And it looks like Sam Doherty has dropped. So Sam Doherty has disconnected as well. He says, this will be my drop. Oh, it looks like Sauce goes off into the dirt there. It looks like Will Pierre pushed him a little bit towards the outside, not really giving the space. As we see the two Ford Performance cars, Phil Rotschaffer and Matt Korchik, doing a little bumping and grinding there. Matt doing a good job staying out of trouble here, working his way back towards the front after some spins early on. Moving our way back up to the front here with Will Pierre and Lilac Zier. Lilac trying to make that car as wide as she possibly can. So we see Will Pierre make the pass. Start his way back towards the front, looking to take down Tedward and Francis. Further back, looks like Sauce has a nice run here on Jace Merrick. See if he can do anything with it. See drivers dipping a couple tires in the dirt there. Paid for all of the racetrack, using all of the racetrack and more. Looks like Will Pierre with the fastest lap so far, 140.878, as he looks towards the inside and gets the clean pass on Jace Merrick. Jace looking towards the outside now, trying to maneuver his way back around. He's got a little bit of a run here. See if he can make it stick. This is a fantastic battle as we see the Sauce get a little bit defensive there, pushing Jace off into the dirt. At least that's what it looked like from our perspective. Could be completely different inside the car from what he saw, but yeah, it looked like a very defensive move early on. Looking our way back, our two top finishers from the last race, sitting in 9th and 10th position. Back at it again is Jace, Merrick, and Sauce. Really going at it here. Also, I think we see, is that Uni Chai back on track? Uni Chai, after her disconnect, is right back at it. Did not want to give up. I respect that 100%.
What a queen.
Oh, as we see her go a little wide there. She's just still getting used to it. It's fine. That's that's a line. It works.
It's absolutely a line. By the end of the race, I think she's going to find the line that she needs to be on for that turn. So
Exactly.
I have faith.
Considering she is probably the one with the least amount of practice, very little time on the sim, because once again she's using somebody else's sim to do this. Yeah, I respect it. Like it's a lot of effort to learn these cars, these tracks in the simulator, and yeah, she's doing a great job. And taking a peek down the inside of Tedward, excuse me. That last shot of whiskey definitely felt like something. Felt much like Tedward's little slide right there as we see them both go off a little bit. Things are getting a bit chaotic. We see Matt Korchik go way off track. Getting involved in an incident there, looks like. That mid-pack, super thick right now.
Thicker than a Snickers. Good Lord.
See, Layla says, 2 wheels on still counts. Definitely does. Definitely does.
Absolutely.
Back up towards the front here, we got a nice little bundle of cars. Oh, as we see Fran Chan get spun out, as well as Ian Anderson. Oh, we have the big one. This is the big one for this event. We see Matt Korchik making his way through there, though. After his little incident, he's right back up towards the front. And Fran is back on the horn, probably a little upset.
Voicing disapproval. Oh, no.
Unfortunate for Jake Snedden here. He was on a good run back towards the front, moves him back down to 12th. You see Sauce has returned to the pits. Probably a little upset about the incident that occurred. So we move back towards the front and see the 2 red, white, and green cars battling it out here between Lilac Zier and Tedward. Lilac doing a great job of holding on to 3rd place. Really done a fantastic job of just defending her position. See Stephen Moore trying to work his way back up now after the incident early last lap. Despite that incident, it's been a pretty relatively calm race, especially for Big Willow. This track, if you've ever been there, it's a tough one. It's a really tough and deceiving track. There's so many corners that if you just don't get right, you could end up like a Mustang that back in, I want to say, early 2010s, that went flying off in turn 8 at about 140 miles per hour. And since they don't grate the dirt, you catch some serious air. And he caught about 140 feet of air and went into that green brick wall that you see outlining the track.
My lordy.
He was 100% okay. Built his own roll cage, and the roll cage saved his life. It was the pictures from that were absolutely amazing. If you've ever seen it, there was a photographer there, Mako Koei, a good friend of mine actually, that took the photos. And yeah, you just see a 1980s style Mustang with a wing on it, flying through the air, dirt everywhere, and it was an absolutely amazing thing to see. And there was in-car and onboard video of that incident as well, and it was so crazy how there's the camera that was on the car. As soon as it hit the brick wall, it fell off the car and immediately pointed directly towards the car. It was like so cinematic. It was incredible.
Whoa, man. Well, you don't cheap out on safety gear.
Exactly. As we see a good battle between Stephen Moore and Fran Chan here. Fran getting on the horn a bit there after getting a little bump. But Stephen Moore moves up to 8th place now, working his way back towards the front. Looks like Ian Anderson right behind him, really doing his best to try to work his way back up towards the top 10 here. Jake Stedden gets by Fran Chan as well. And back towards the front, looks like we got a decent battle going on between Lilac and Rothschafer. Looks like Lilac rescinded the third place position, has moved down a little bit. But still within striking distance if she's able to get her way back up, which it looks like she's got a decent run here. Coming a nice 4-car battle with cars jockeying every which way. And Matt Korchik getting into the mix. Once again, 3rd place is definitely open for the grabs here. So whichever driver is able to pull this off in the next 2.5 minutes is going to be a podium finisher.
What a battle. No one's giving it up.
Definitely a solid battle here. Like I'm impressed that they haven't taken each other out yet, as they do a little bump in through the corner, playing it a little rough, but not too rough that it ruins each other's race. I think after the previous incident, they probably learned, hey, we probably shouldn't go that crazy. The one that we haven't talked about much this race, as I mentioned, Gilbert Cortez doing his thing back here in 15th place, staying out of trouble, staying away from all the other cars at the moment, and just laying down those laps, doing a great job. Same with Nemiko Tagalag as well. He and Dan Gauger just running simultaneously, probably having a little bit of battle between each other. And a little bit further back is going to be Elijah Mathai and Uni Chai. Uni a couple laps down from her disconnect, but still doing great. And then Brad Dewar as well. Really have not talked that much about Brad Dewar. Was absent the last race. I think he took that as his break event. Just out there driving, doing his thing. Driving the livery for Sean Day's car, who is the owner of Stinger Motorsport out there in Michigan. So you see Elijah go off track a little bit here in the Thought Patrol mobile. Switching back towards the front here, looks like Will Pierre has solidified his win here. As long as he is able to hold on for the next 30 seconds, very end of the race. And moving a little further back, the 2 Ford Performance cars, Matt Korchik and Phil Rothschafer. See if they can battle it out here on this final lap as a... Actually, is this going to be a final lap? We'll see. Yep, it's going to be a final lap. Not going to be able to cross the line in the next 6 seconds. Looks like Will Pierre honking the horn in his happiness for taking the win here. It's very nice. Easy cruise all the way through the finish for him. 5.8 second gap, which is impressive driving by Will. See Will cross the line here. Move our way back towards the finish line. Jace Merrick right behind him. Second place. We'll go into the little tower here like we're actually there. And fantastic battle between Phil Rocheffer and Matt Korchik at the very end there. Phil taking third, Matt Korchik taking fourth, Tedward fifth, Tyler Heron sixth, Ian Anderson seventh, Jake Snedden eighth, Stephen Moore ninth, Lilac Zier 10th, Brian Souders 11th, Fran Chan 12th, Kerry Anderson 13th. And it looks like Elijah. Oh, he must have transported to the pits. He's in 14th. But I think that might be an error. Yeah. As we see Sean Merrick in 14th. Finished 14th. Some great finishes at the line there at the very end. You see.
Outstanding.
There we go. We got some cars coming to the line now. Gilbert Cortez in 15th. Dan Gauger in 16th. And then Miko Tegalag in 17th, with Brad Dewar right behind in 18th. And Uni Chai finishes in, I think that's going to be a 19th place because Elijah has not finished. So I think Uni ends up in 19th for this event. Nicely done. Nicely done to all of our drivers. Will Pierre, of course, the winner today, doing a fantastic job. Looks like he's already disconnected from the server. Looks like can't focus on his car. Jace Merrick right behind them, as I mentioned, and Phil Rocheffer rounding out the podium for race 2. Fantastic driving today. Lot less chaos this time around, which is good. A little bit of an incident in race 2. It looks like most of the drivers were able to work their way back up towards the front after that incident, but yeah, good racing. All right, with that being the end of the race, end of both races, we're going to go ahead and sign off this evening. Next week, we will be at, I think it's Chuckwalla, or is it Button Willow again? I don't remember. Let me double check that. I should know. I should remember this after the last time that I should check this. Let's see. Where are we at next week? We are we are at Laguna Seca next week, so that's going to be a lot of fun. Very tight course, very technical. I'm sure you know of the sure if you know of the corkscrew. I don't know why that was slipping my tongue. But yeah, some great driving from our drivers today. I think Susie might be having some technical difficulties, so she may not be able to sign off with me this evening. But she is messaging me, and she says, oof. And I say, ope, in that regard. It has been one of those nights for us, and that's what she just said as well. Lots of technical difficulties. We appreciate you guys sticking through it. Thank you all so very, very much for following us, watching these events, supporting the series, supporting Chom, supporting basically whatever driver is driving in the series. We love you guys. We will see you next week at Laguna Seca for some amazing wheel-to-wheel action.